Hey guys, what's up? So, yeah, this is gonna be kind of a fun video. This is a really big week for me. Um, for those of you who have been sticking around the channel for a while, you know, we started with Ohm guides, we've done some Coliseum, done some TOA, you know, we've done a bunch of different guides, and, it almost seems like a big blur at this point. I feel like I have a lot of content out there for a lot of different things. We're currently working on our Master Hilt series, right? So maybe some of you have been keeping up with that. But today's a really big, it's a big day. It's a big week for me. And it's the 1 year anniversary right now of when I started making OSRS. Maybe not content, but guides. You know, I might have made like a video here and there, but they were all no commentary, and you know, I was kind of just uploading them for my own personal benefit so I could like keep track of some of the cool things I had done and stuff. But ever since I started making guides, it's the 1 year anniversary. It all started with that Ohm guide. Maybe some of you have seen it, right? How to solo Ohm at any level with any gear. I think we took Ohm down with like 5 mil in gear, wearing like a whip and mystics, and we did some 1-0. And yeah, that's what kind of took that's what took the channel off. You know, I guess a lot of people really like that. It found its way on Reddit. Kind of blew up on Reddit, kind of blew up my channel. You know, back then I didn't even have like what I had like maybe like 100 or 200 subs, and most of those subs came from like a one-off Elden Ring video that I made on launch week. You know, I was just, again, no commentary, right? I wasn't using a mic. I was just kind of uploading random stuff here and there, and but yeah, I made that Ohm guide a year ago. I think I made it on February 21st or 20th. I'm recording this on the 19th, so yeah, it's been just about a year. I guess I'm a day or two away, so maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but I've been looking forward to making this video, and it's just kind of it's a little bit of a chat, just a little bit of a ramble, and honestly, it's a big thank you to all of you guys. You know, this channel would be nowhere near where it's at right now if it wasn't for every single one of you guys. And I'm so super duper appreciative for the comments that you leave me, for the things that you say. You know, if I'm hanging around at the GE or something, or maybe even just doing some skilling, doing some bossing, I get stopped a lot. You know, hey GameBot, you helped me do Coliseum. I got my quiver because of you. Or I was just killing the new giants. What are they? The Royal Titans. I'm like killing the Royal Titans this morning. I was going for some collection logs over there, and some dude like stops me before I go in. He's like, "Bro, I just learned how to solo Ohm because of you," and or I just got my first solo Ohm kill or something like that. I forget exactly what he said, but you know, when I get those comments, they're really exciting. They're really cool, and it makes me feel good. I mean, it makes me feel good, of course, but it's like, bro, you guys are out here slaying bosses, taking down raids, doing it solo, and it's so cool. I love to see it. When I get those comments, it's like, bro, I got the T-bow drop, or bro, I finally, I got my Ohm solo Grandmaster time, and it all started by watching your little, your Ohm videos, and, I mean, I think that's so cool, bro. I mean, that makes me feel so good. And yeah, you guys have wanted to see other things. I think it started. Well, I'll give a little backstory, right? So that Ohm guide that I made, I made it for my clan, right? Like my clan was asking me if I could teach them how to, you know, members of my clan, not everyone, right? But like I had members in my clan that were asking me if I could teach them how to learn solo cocks, right? And instead of just learning solo cocks and teaching them all one at a time and kind of getting in Discord and trying to walk them through it, I just decided to make a video. I just decided to make a guide, and I figured like, hey, if you guys watch this, it's basically going to say everything that, you know, I would recommend for your very first time learning cocks. And I made that video, and it just blew up. You know, it was really cool, very unexpected. It definitely it had never happened to me before. It never like had a video where with all those kind of comments. I mean, I guess like I said, right? I made an Elden Ring video, and it kind of popped off for a little while, which was really cool. But I mean, it was no commentary. You know, people just wanted to see Elden Ring content at the time. It was the new thing, and somehow I made a video that got some attention, which was kind of cool at the time. But when I made that guide, it was like a whole nother world, and I was getting like all these comments like, "Wow, can you teach us how to, you know, this is amazing. Can you teach us how to learn 4.1 and 3.0 and 3.1 and all these kind of things?" And I kind of made like a little, I kind of made like an Ohm series out of it, or maybe even like a Cox series out of it. But as I started, you know, I was making all these Ohm guides, and people started asking for other things. They wanted to see Toa. They wanted to see Inferno, you know, they wanted to see Colosseum, and I started making content for all this stuff. And one of the big things that I hear from you guys is you really like my teaching style. You like the way that I explain things. Um, in my opinion, I try to make it all very beginner friendly. That's kind of what I go for, right? So, you know, when you hear about like YouTubers or content creators or something, they talk about having a niche, and you know, I guess as funny as it sounds, I feel like I do have a niche, and I'll lay it out for you guys right now. This is what I kind of aim my content towards, right? I consider um, my audience, my core audience, to be high-level OSRS players who are just getting into high-level content for their very first time. So you might already have hundreds, maybe even like 1,000+ hours into your account, maybe even thousands of hours. I don't know, right? But I think that, you know, I think that a lot of you guys would consider yourself, you're a high-level gamer. You got some gear. Maybe you got 300 mil, maybe you got 500 mil, maybe you just got your first build, something like that, right? Like you're a high level gamer, but you haven't actually tried that high level content for your first time. And I consider the content that I make to be, you know, that first stepping stone, so that we can get, oh, I got the Obsidian plate body. This is what I was here for. Oh my gosh, so exciting. This is literally what I was here for. I've been grinding out thousands of these guys. But okay, that was a little exciting for me. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Yeah, I'm doing this live. Hey guys, yeah, this is just live. I'm just kind of rambling and talking. But yeah, this is what I was here for. I was literally here for the Obsidian plate body. But I do need the staff, so I'll just keep doing this. I didn't expect to get that right now. That was really cool. That was exciting. Sorry, I'll get sidetracked. I've literally killed thousands of these guys. I've got over 3,000 kills on these guys, and it doesn't even count the, quote, nothing drops. So I probably got, like, over 4, close to 5,000 kills on these stupid guys. But yeah, I finally got the plate body. That's literally what I was here for. Wow, so exciting. But yeah, as I was saying, so I think that a lot of you guys are getting into high-level content for your very first time. And I try to focus my videos down that route, right? A beginner-friendly, not the best, not the most efficient, not the highest level strategy that you can do, right? But something that encourages people to get their feet wet. And something that encourages people to, you know, just try the content. Just get in there, jump in, see that it's not actually as hard as you might have been led to believe, right? Like, I know that a lot of people think, like, solo Cox is so much harder than Team Cox, so just do Team Cox. Or Inferno, you know, you have to do all this one-tick flicking, or two-tick flicking, or one-tick alternating, or whatever you want to call it, right? And you gotta learn how to solve all these different waves, and it's like, man, like, there's all these different patterns that can happen. I don't know how to solve all these waves, and that sounds like a lot to learn, and maybe it is, and it definitely might be. I get it. I get why that would turn people off, or maybe seem intimidating at the time, and you might not want to actually jump in, because I think that starting anything, right, whether it's a school project or a work project or even something in a video game, right? Getting started, taking that very first step is oftentimes the hardest part. And I know because, you know, not only have I heard it before, but I feel that way a lot too. You know, when you're at square one, when you're looking at a blank page, when you got to write some code and you're literally, you don't even have a baseline, you're at the very beginning. Getting started is always, in my opinion, it's one of, I should say, the hardest parts. And my goal is to encourage people to jump in and try it, because it might not be as hard as you might be as you might have been led to believe, or the impression that you've been under, like, oh, this is going to be so hard, this is going to be impossible. It might not be that way, and if we try, we might actually see that that's indeed the case. So yeah, that's kind of how I gear my strategies. And, you know, like, for instance, right, we'll talk about Coliseum, right? Like, my Coliseum, it's a mage only method. I think all of my Coliseum guides, whether it was just the regular guide or the budget guide or anything, we just use a full mage method. And is it the fastest? No. Is it the most efficient? No. You know, there's definitely faster ways to do it, right? But if you're just going for that 1 KC, if you're just trying to get your quiver, I think it's the easiest way to do it, you know, and I'll stand by that. You know, I definitely think that the mage method is the easiest way to get that very first quiver. And I think a lot of you guys have found success trying that mage method, right? Same thing with Inferno. You know, my Inferno guides, rather than using all that one tick or 2 tick per flicking or anything like that, we do a lot of pillar hopping. We bring a little bit of tank gear to, you know, boost our chances of not getting hit while we're hopping from Inferno pillar to pillar. But yeah, that's kind of the strategy that I taught. A lot of flinching, a lot of pillar hopping, you know. We don't really focus on, quote, like, solving the waves and using the pillars to, you know, manipulate the monsters around. You know, if we have a bad spawn, we just hop pillars, you know, and that's the route we took for the Inferno guides that I made. And, you know, to be honest, that's how I beat the Inferno my very first time. That's how I did it. You know, I was watching a lot of guides, and they were talking about all these prayer flicking techniques at the time. And at the time, like, when I beat Inferno, you know, I was still pretty new to PVM. I'd done some solo cocks. I don't think Toa was out yet when I beat the Inferno, but, like, maybe it was. I don't remember, but I had done some solo. Yeah, I think it was. I think Toa had come out already by the time I beat Inferno. But I wasn't very good at Toa. You know, maybe I was running 300s and probably dying. But yeah, I had really just done some solo cocks, and most of my solo cocks at the time, it was 1-0. That's how I learned, and I was like, oh, this is really comfortable. I like this, so I'll just stick with it. And yeah, I wasn't really the best PVMer, and I'm still not, right? I'm still not the best PVMer, and I don't claim to be. But I remember where I started, and I see where I'm at now, and I consider myself a good PVMer. You know, like, I mean, somehow I got Grandmaster here. Where is it, right? Like, we did actually beat all the tasks as they come out. I just beat more and more of them, right? Like, the Giants came out today. No, they were easy tasks. But the giant tasks just came out today. I just knocked those out. It took like an hour, right? Like, the giant tasks weren't hard at all. They were, like, really easy. But yeah, when the new combat achievement tasks come out, I do them right away. That's, like, the first thing I want to do is I want to get my Zuck helm back. And I just make it happen. So I don't know. Like, I don't consider I think there's other Grandmasters out there. There's other PVMers out there. They might not even be Grandmasters, right? But, like, there's other PVMers out there. And they're way better than me, you know. They would put me to shame, you know. Like, if we had to do a PVM challenge, they would just absolutely wipe the floor with me. But that's not what I'm after. I'm not trying to be number 1 or number 2 or even, like, top 5. I'm not trying to do anything like that. All I want to do is accomplish my personal goals. And when it comes to the game, I think we all have different goals. We all have different personal goals, right? Like, for me, like, I got a bunch of personal goals, right? Like, I wanted to hit Grandmaster, and I did that. And now I'm working on my collection log. We can see right here, after I got that plate body, wow, Can't believe I finally got that. That was so exciting. I've been trying to get this for so long, bro. But yeah, we're approaching 1,300 collection logs, and now they just made those really cool new staffs. So I guess now I guess I'm stuck grinding out 1,400 for that cool gilded staff. But you know, I'm all about it. It keeps this game alive and fresh for me, right? Like, I'm already maxed. I'm well over maxed. I think I got more than double the max experience, or like the experience required to max. But I'm going for a bill, right? Like, I want to hit 1 billion experience. I want to hit my 1,400 collection logs. We got that new Delve boss coming out pretty soon, right? I want to be taking down the Delve boss. I want to get those cool new boots, the cool new loot. Oh, prayer ball. Yeah, I definitely, there's content that I still want to do. I am not bored with this game. I think it's really hard to get bored of RuneScape. I know people can get burnt out, right? I've got burnt out too. I've definitely gotten burnt out, but for some reason, I'm always coming back. And I love this game. It's literally my favorite game. But with respect to, I was kind of talking about, you know, I gear my content toward people that are getting into that high-level PVM for the very first time, and I fully expect, I always expect that if you use my guides to get your feet wet and to try the content for the very first time, I expect you guys, over time, as your skills improve, to just evolve beyond past what I'm currently offering, right? Like, I offer strategies for people to get their feet wet and to encourage people to try for their very first time and to hopefully find success. But like, if you want to be doing, like, you know, world-class speedruns or even like grandmaster speedruns or anything like that, you know, there's other people out there. There's other guides that go way more in depth than I do. And they're just better PVMers overall than I'll probably ever be. And I'll be the first one to say that. But my goal is to help you guys take that very first step and take that plunge and hopefully find that initial success that gives you the encouragement to go even further, and accomplish whatever your personal goals might be. Are you going for that Master Hilt? Are you going for Grandmaster? I hope that you find success, and that if I had even a small part to play, even if it was just in the beginning of your journey, that's like, that's what I'm after. I love hearing those stories of success and accomplishment. I don't consider, you know, I guess, like, if I'm the teacher, right, then, and if I'm the teacher and some of the people who watch my guides for the first time are the student, I love watching the student surpass the teacher. I love it. I want to see you guys beat all your goals and go even further than, you know, you might have ever dreamed that you could. I love seeing that. There's nothing better than hearing those stories of accomplishments from you guys and hearing those stories of success, and I absolutely love it. And I fully encourage everybody, if you're looking to go further than whatever pieces of content or guides or whatever I have out there, if you're looking to go even further than that, by all means, please do. Please do. And if you feel the need to come back and tell me, you know, your stories of, dude, I started here and look where I am now, I love hearing them. There's nothing better than that. It's one of the highlights of my day. It's one of the highlights of my little online experience, whatever that might be. And I really, really appreciate hearing those kind of stories. They're super duper cool. But yeah, so that's kind of how I view that. That's how I personally view my content and my channel, and what I kind of gear. You know, what I'm thinking when I'm making a new video, right? And who I'm kind of gearing that for. And I hope it's been helping. But let's talk about the channel going forward. So, there's definitely some cool things that I already have in the works and that I'm thinking about for the future. But right now, the big thing that we're working on in 2025 is the Earn Your Master Defender Hilt series. I'm trying to make a comprehensive guide, and I've looked it up, right? Like I've tried searching on YouTube, like OSRS Master Combat Achievement Guides or something like that, series or something like that, and I don't find anything comprehensive, like something that goes from I just got elite, you know, I'm bare minimum elite, I just beat the absolute bare minimum tasks required for elite, and now I'm going toward master. And I haven't found a comprehensive series that gets you all the way from start to finish, from elite tier to master tier. And that's what I'm currently working on, and I'm hoping by the end of the year, this series, you know, I think we're on episode, right now, what are we on? We're on like episode 17? Maybe 16? I don't know, we're on like episode, we're getting close to 20, but we're definitely under 20. And I'm hoping that by the end of the year that this series, it's going to be about 100 videos. It's probably going to be a little bit more than 100 videos. It's going to be a very long series. And my goal is that when the series is complete, right? Building it is one thing, but when the series is actually complete, I'm hoping that people will be able to watch it start from start to finish, and be able to work their way all the way to their master hilt, right? So regardless of what combat achievement you're working on or how many points you currently have, you should be able to find the easier, right? Sometimes we do a master task, sometimes we do a grandmaster task, but in my opinion, they're the easy ones, right? And I'm hoping that regardless, right? Maybe you're 100 points away. Maybe you're 250 points away, right? But regardless of how many points away you are from getting your master hilt, I'm hoping that by the end of the series, you'll be able to make that final push regardless of how far you currently are, and you will get that master hilt. That's kind of like that's my vision for the series. That's like my grand scope of things. And I think it's gonna. I think that by the end of the year, that vision will become a reality. I really do. I think it's possible. I kind of have a pretty rough roadmap drawn out. I think that all the tasks are there, and we should be able to do it simply. We should be able to do it solo. We shouldn't have to be doing very many pieces of group content. So if you're more of a solo PVMer, I definitely think that we can get these master hilts with very, very minimal team effort. I think for the most part, we can do it with pretty budget gear. And I don't think we're going to have to do very many speed runs. We might get stuck doing a couple speed runs at the very end, but we're going to find out when we get a little bit closer just how many speed runs we have to do, and I'm hoping that they're the easier ones, like maybe, well, I haven't thought about it too deep, but hopefully we don't have to do too many speed runs. But yeah, like I said, I think that by the end of this Master Hilt series, we are going to have a fully comprehensive series that gets anyone, regardless of how far away they are from Master or not. It should get them all the way there, and I'm really excited to finally have this finished up. We're still in the semi-beginning phases of it all, but I definitely haven't mapped out, and I'm hoping that by the end of the year it's completely finished, and I'm really, really excited about that. Beyond that, I'm also looking forward to, and I think I mentioned it, but the Delve boss. I'm really looking forward to the Delve boss. I'm under the impression that it's going to be, I guess I'm under the impression that it's going to be like Inferno or Colosseum level difficulty, and I'm very, very much looking forward to that, not just for my own benefit, because I love grinding that higher level content, especially when there's rewards associated with it. But I am looking forward to making some guides for it and figuring out an easy way to do it, right? Like, maybe there's an easy way, maybe there's a hard way. And I'm looking forward to experimenting with that. And I'm a theory crafter. I like jumping into content at the very beginning and finding out not the best way or the most efficient way, but my way of doing things. And it might be a little weird, or it might be easier, or whatever, but my goal is to always make things as easy as possible. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to the Delve boss. But yeah, other than those two things, I mean, those two things alone, right? That's gonna fill an entire year for me. So I have a whole roadmap right now for basically all of 2025, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. But I'm wondering, I want your guys' opinions. What do you actually want to see? I know we're working on this master series, and I know that I know that I'm planning to do stuff related to this Delve boss. Whenever that comes out, I'm expecting probably like early summer. I guess there's not like an actual timeline on it, but I think it's gonna be early summer. I'm just guessing. Um, but what more do you guys want to see? Like, what are you looking forward to at the end of the day, right? Like, come the end at the end of the year, whenever it ends up happening, right? Like, once these pieces of content that I'm working on are done, I'm gonna be looking for new ideas anyway. So, what are you guys actually looking to see? What are you trying to get out of this channel? What are you guys trying to learn? What are you guys? What are your personal goals? Like, if I know your personal goals, it can be easier for me to find out. Like, oh man, a lot of people are actually striving for to accomplish this or to accomplish that or whatever, and maybe I can make content towards that. But what are you guys looking to get out of this channel, right? We have some beginning, we have some raid content, TOA. I think we've gone all the way up through 500 TOA, your 425s, your 500 fake hits, all that kind of stuff. We've done some TOA, done some Cox, we have Inferno, and we have Coliseum, and I guess I'm wondering, like, what are you guys looking to see next? And I'm looking for that feedback. I'd be really interested in reading that feedback and talking with you guys and commenting about it and all this stuff, right? But yeah, I want that feedback. Beyond all that, over this past year, I made a Discord server. I do have my own little Discord server right now. We got about 400 members, which is super duper cool. We got some real gamers in there, some people who are pretty good at Cox, pretty good at Inferno, pretty good at Coliseum, right? Like, we definitely have some gamers in there. They're offering advice regularly. They're really, when people come in and they're looking for advice, if I'm not online, I see a lot of times these people actually comment and give advice in my absence, which I think is so cool. I love that. I love seeing the community come together and pitch their ideas and offer advice and help other people succeed. I absolutely love seeing that. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord server, I'm going to have that linked in the description of this video. And I guess another goal for the year, right? Like hitting 1,000 members in that Discord server, that would be dope. That would be super duper cool. I'm pretty sure we're so on our way with the YouTube channel to hitting 10K. I think that that's going to happen no problem this year. So, I mean, like, we're going to hit 10,000 YouTube subs this year, and we might be able to get that Discord server up to 1,000 members. And at that point, boys, we are going to have a real, I mean, we already do, right? I don't mean to diminish what we have right now, right? But we're going to have a sick community. It's going to be so cool. And it already is super cool. It already is super cool. That's what I mean. Like, right. I don't want to diminish from what we have right now, because in my opinion, what we have going on right now is so unbelievable. It's something that I never expected to happen with with this dopey little channel that I made. I never expected it to get to the point where it is now. And now that it's here, it's like, wow, this is so cool. And it wouldn't be even a fraction of what it currently is if it wasn't for each and every one of you guys. And it's awesome. It's really cool. So yeah, if you want to join the Discord server, I'll have that linked in the description below. Like I said, I want to hear your guys' opinions on what you might want to see next, or where you might want this channel to be heading in the future. And I know I made a video before and I offered up some suggestions of where I think I might want the channel to go, but I'm not going to leave any suggestions this time. I'm going to leave it a completely open-ended, open book. I want to hear genuinely what you guys want to see out of this channel in the future. So the sky is the limit. You can suggest anything. I read all the comments, guys. I read every single comment. If I don't reply to the comment, trust me, I read it. If I do reply to the comment, I try to reply to a ton of them. I'm always out there liking comments and hearting comments and all that kind of stuff, and I try to reply to as many as possible. But yeah, I can't reply to all of them, right? You know, so sorry if I don't. But if you want to get in touch with me, like if you have actually something like really important that you want to say, or something that like you really want to say it, hit me up on Discord. I am definitely, I reply to everything on Discord, right? Like if you ping me in Discord, or if you send me a DM, my DMs are open, right? Like if you send me a DM in Discord, I will see it. I will reply. So it's very easy to actually contact me through Discord. That's probably the best way if you really want to get like a direct question or something out there. It's really easy to contact me through there. If you're having difficulty getting a response from me through the actual, just through some random YouTube comment. But trust me, I read them all. I literally read them all. I love reading them all. But yeah, so I guess I'm going to try to wrap things up now. I'm really appreciative for the things that you guys say and where you guys have helped me get this channel to. In just a year, it's only been a year. That's so cool. I think about like, where's it going to be in 2 years? Where's it going to be in, I mean, who knows, right? Like, it's almost overwhelming at times, and I try to keep myself grounded and not let myself get too overwhelmed or let my head get in the clouds, or God forbid, you know, fly too close to the sun or anything like that. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. And it's been a great year, and I'm looking forward to the next year, and I'm looking forward to seeing your stories of success, and it's been an absolute blast so far, and I think it's going to continue down that route. So I'm going to end this here. Have fun, peace out, and good luck on your gaming, your raiding, your PVMing, your combat achievements, your maxing, your collection logging, and all other things old school RuneScape related. And I'll see you boys in the next one. Have fun.